Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Pikmin 2. In the last episode, we came here to the shower room. And it wasn't so bad last level. This level is when it starts to get a bit mingy. There's a lot of nasty stuff around, including some new enemies over there. A variant of what we've already seen, because there's a lesser spotted Jellyfloat, but as anyone who knows a little bit about the English language can tell you, the existence of a lesser spotted Jellyfloat unfortunately implies the... Well, you'll figure it out pretty damn soon. The Jellyfloat should kind of be taken out as somewhat of a priority, though, just because... oh, wow, that's a shitey place to put a Dumple. And unfortunately, even though they're part of the Bulborb family, technically, you can't squit a water Dumple like you can a little breadbug style dwarf Bulborb. But yes, these guys, because their ability to sucker up your Pikmin, they're really not that bad if you've got enough the space to tackle them and handle them properly. But if they encounter you while you're busy doing something else, they can be a real menace. So what you want to do, I didn't really talk about last time, is trick them into sucking up like that. And then, once they've stopped, stand underneath and throw Pikmin at them. Oh, it's sucked up a fair few there. Yep, see, they're inside it, but we've got time, certainly. And there you go. Once you defeat it, anyone who's in it is... released. So it's fine. They can't really do much damage unless they end up unattended for any period of time, so just don't let that happen, I guess, and you'll be fine. Simple as. But there's a fair few of them on this floor, so let's open up the way to the way out first. Why is it saying there's treasure through here? Oh, it must be on the other side of that wall. Oh, it'll be underwater, that'll be it. Yeah, there are a couple of treasures underwater, which you just have to be a bit aware of that you will need blues for. Right, let's trick this guy again, and then he'll start sucking. And then there's a chance to open up. Like a great deal of kind of gooey, fleshy, or generally inflatable enemies, what a strange sentence that was, the lesser spotted Jellyfloat disappears upon its death. You don't get a corpse to take back or anything like that. But that is not to say, oh, here we go. Not to say that they can't they can't hold treasures. So that one over there, you'll notice, is a greater spotted Jellyfloat whose existence the English language predicted. Right, if you start sucking, I kind of want to take on this guy. Oh, shit ass. I want to take on this guy without drawing the attention of the Greater if I can. Because as you can imagine, the Greater is a bit more of a problem. Here we go. Once he's down, we can kind of swarm everyone onto him a bit. There we go, that deals him quite nicely. Unfortunately, as you see there, they have a habit of throwing your Pikmin off when they kill them, which can deflower them. This guy, they can absolutely do exactly the same thing if they can suck up a lot of Pikmin. The problem with greater spotted Jellyfloats is they can also suck up captains, which makes high-stress combat situations far, far worse. It has sucked a couple up, but I should still be fine. As long as you can keep some Pikmin on it, you can keep it pinned in a way that it can't suck up again. But as you can see from the treasurometer, there's a bonus to defeating this one, and there it is. So let's get some Pikmin on that. We've taken out the main hazards of this floor, are all basically just Jellyfloats, so... Oh, there's another bloody one over here. Right, let's get that moving. Did I not get that one moving? Right, come on, let's get some Pikmin on there. There we go. And then let's get this final Jellyfloat down. So, same thing. Stand. Hey, gonna get me? Oh, no, you're not. Hey, funny. Oh, I threw something to it anyway. Oh, no, I didn't. Cool, fine. Hey, there's a tin lid. That's great. So, for 60 quid, this is the Vorpal Platter. What a great name. The Vorpal sword went snicker snack or whatever the thing is from the what's the Alice in Wonderland thing? Jabberwocky, there we go. Right, once this guy's out, you'll notice there is a bit of water there that we do need to get through, but we'll deal with that in a second. I kind of want to get everything back and gather all my Pikmin so I can actually gather the blues that we need. Basically, you can do a fair bit of exploration of these floors without the need for blue Pikmin, but then sometimes you will inevitably need them, and I know there's... Did I hit some kind of insect? Well, we'll deal with that. Oh, yes, I did! It's a hermit crawmad through there. Cool, these are both things that will require blues, so we'll deal with them in a second. So, this thing, a little, what's it called, foundation thing, the mirrored stage. We're getting close to paying off that debt, which is pretty fucking sweet. So, split up, guys, and let's take me blues here. And I guess that's why they call them the blues. That was not very good, was it? Not my best work. Let's get rid of that single white who has decided to join the party. Ooh, what do I want to do here? Ah, fucking Dumple! Fuck off! Ah! Why did I say about having not lost a Pikmin yet? Fucking, I hate this game. It listens. It fucking listens to everything. Right, taking on this guy's gonna be a bit more dangerous, because we've not got a huge number of Pikmin for it, but basically I don't want to risk him grabbing Pikmin See, we'll attack him there, and then he'll pull them back underwater. That's dangerous for any non-blue Pikmin, really, so I don't want to take that risk. So we'll just take him out nice and carefully. Also, is his hole the same as a breadbug hole? I'd never really noticed that before, but I suppose it almost certainly is. Not that he's related to a bedbug or anything. Right, there we go. He's down, and hopefully this only takes 19 to carry. Otherwise, we're going to have a rough time. Good, it takes 10. We're fine. Woo! Right. Come on, guys. I know you can get on it. Right, okay. While you guys figure that out, some of you can take the crawl mat back, and then we'll get the rest of you on it. Oh, come on! What is this bullshit? Can they just not fit around it properly? Right, okay, let's check you specifically over to the other side of it. This is an irritant. Right, how am I going to do this, then? There we go. God, that fucking took forever. Jesus Christ, man. I guess it literally just wedged itself perfectly in there to the point where they couldn't get behind it in order to actually start it moving, which is infuriating. And obviously, I can't get any... Additional Pikmin numbers don't help with that, do they? Right, let's bring all this shit back. So, this nice little shell wasn't entirely worth 60 quid to all that arse of getting out, but this is the Scrumptious shell. And that's apparently actually it for this floor. I swear there was another bit of water I hadn't gone through that has a dumble behind it. It is over there, but I guess just due to the joys of random generation, there's nothing of importance behind it. Cool. Not really worth it just to go and kill a water dumple, especially because they're hungry bastards. So, let's head down a floor. So, this is a rest floor. But you'll notice, A, it's got treasure on, and B, it's in a toilet. It's a very strange sewer-based restroom, and it's got an odd layout, which, well, you'll see. But it is a useful rest floor. It's got quite a lot of handy stuff in it. So, we want to go through here first, don't we? Yes. So, these little things here are unmarked spectralids. They have an advantage of if you hit them in mid-flight, they will fall to the ground, and they have a pretty good chance of dropping some kind of goo. The yellow ones will, of course, drop, what's it called? Nectar. The coloured ones have a good chance of dropping, as you can see there from me sucking it down, sprays. So you can actually get a fair few free sprays on this floor. Unfortunately, yeah, I kind of throw Pikmin fairly randomly to get them, and there's a good chance you'll accidentally hoover up the sprays you've earned anyway, but, yeah, the reason I kind of attack them relatively quickly is that once you start attacking them, they run away, so you kind of need to take them out as quickly as possible. I don't think we can even get that one up there. But you'll notice there are 2 Queen Candy Pop Buds as well. And I know exactly what they're going on. Blues are the most useful ones to have in this dungeon. I didn't want to bring a great number of them, but being as though it's given us Queen Candy Pops, we should probably use them on blues. You'll notice, yes, that toilet valve there drops you out exactly back here. So, I really hope you know what I mean by toilet valve. Like, there's a little... That's how that kind of connects round. Oh, hello, Purples. Nice of you to be here. I guess you're stuck here because you're Leaf Pikmin. Hopefully we can get everyone up and ready again, because, yeah, fighting those bloody Jellyfloats, it really does wreck the flowered nature of your Pikmin, which is frustrating. Well, we've got a lot of people on that, which is pretty good. I actually want to give it a rest for now. To avoid fucking up my numbers at all, I'm literally just going to convert 1 blue into 10 blues. And I'm going to try and save the rest of the nectar for when we've used all of the candy pops that are at our disposal here. Because I actually do want to flower up all of these new Pikmin as well, which would be great. And now you're seeing at this point why I brought precisely 84 Pikmin. Because that brings us up to 91, and I believe somewhere here... Is there not normally another one? Yes, there is. Now, how do I get through to that? It's a mystery is what it is. Oh, no, it's just actually straight through that obvious hole here. Yes, so a candy pop takes 1 and produces 10. So, of course, which means a candy pop will give you a net gain of 9 Pikmin. Therefore, I brought 84, knowing that we would get enough to bring that up to number 99. Oh, there's a 1 in 8. I worked this out off camera, certainly. I can't tell you my maths now because I'm stupid, but yes, had we not lost 1 Pikmin to a water dumple, we would be on 100 now, which is great. Obviously, we don't hugely need blues, but it's frustrating to come down and find you have too many Pikmin to take full advantage of a... Right, let's see what we can get with this. That's pretty much everyone, which is pretty good. Oh, a couple of purples. Oh, well. But yeah, it's frustrating to get all the way down and then find you actually can't take full advantage of a of a candy pot bud because you're because you've got too many Pikmin. So I'd rather take fewer and make them downstairs just because you can. Right here, I'm never actually sure whether this water is real or not, but I don't want to find out, so I'm going to chuck blue Pikmin up there. A single one will carry the one treasure of this floor, which is a Canadian maple leaf. And with that, this is a rest floor, so it actually has an escape valve to the surface, should you need it, but we're not going to use that. We are going to grab everyone else, not that we need to grab everyone else, and wait by... where is the actual movie to the next floory thing? You'll notice as well, the bodies, I didn't really talk about it, but the bodies of the unmarked spectralids can still go back and earn you a little bit of cash. Right, let's just bring that maple leaf back. So this is, I love this name. It's only worth a tenner, but hey, it's on a rest floor, so it's basically free. The Arboreal Frippery, which is a fantastic name. And with that, of course, that's it for this rest floor. So let's head down to another... This floor isn't so bad. It's floor 6 that's the real bullshit of the shower room, where I expect to lose Pikmin if I'm not careful. So maybe this floor is kind of nasty. It's been a while. Right, what to start with? Oh, this is... Yep, nope, this is a nasty floor. I was quite right. So, I'm actually going to switch up first to... Oh, yeah, that's separated weirdly because we're in a bloody wall. Let's grab the red Pikmin first, because there are some fires to put out. Quite literally. Oh, Lord. Let's put those whites back. White Pikmin seem to really get where water can't. All sorts of exciting blowhogs here. There's a withering blowhog, which is particularly irritating. I'm going to use actually everyone to take out the withering blowhog, just because I've just nicely newly flowered everyone up, so... Oh, no! Well, at least there's only reds on that, really, so... That's handy. Oh, there was a single blue on it. Oh, well, these things happen. I just don't want people to accidentally get incinerated. Oh, incineration! Fire, 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 fire. This is a bad blowhog clusterfuck that's going on here. Oh, do not want. Right, okay, let's get everyone on him. Hoover up you guys so you're no longer on fire. And then kill the fiery blowhog. Did I actually really survive that without losing a single Pikmin? The amount of people that are on fire. That's pretty good. As you can imagine, being set on fire, even if it doesn't kill the Pikmin, has a bloody good chance of deflowering them for obvious reasons. And I know the connotations of the phrase deflowering, but I'm going to use it anyway. Right. So, we've got a couple of potential ways through this. This is a bizarre little airlock structure. As I've said before, these are randomly generated, and there can be all sorts of weird shit that happens because of it. Like in the earlier floors that we did last episode, do keep an eye out still for shit dropping from the sky like boulders. Like, it will still happen, and it can and will fuck you. It's that Wally hop that I'm concerned about there, but I don't want to deal with him unless I strictly have to. But also, the withering blowhog this close to water is also a little scary. So I'm just taking out everything carefully and from a distance, you know? You can't be too careful in these dungeons, apart from in the submerged castle, which is the other final dungeon that's in the perplexing pool. Because that one you have a time limit on levels, and that's cruel and unusual. But in normal circumstances, you'll be fine. So, squit him. Also, yeah, if you squit him with the purple like holds onto them, like clawing at their jugular like a fucking lion. It's really horrifying. I'm going to take blues because I have a fair few of them here, and as ever, less is more when it comes to taking out Wally hops, because something like that's going to happen. We lost a couple there. Not terrible. Now we've stun-locked him. It's really... Oh boy, am I glad for King Candy Pop Buds, I suppose. Yes, it's really not worth trying to stun-lock them with, say, purples or something like that, because what will happen is, yes, it does technically work, but boy, will you lose purples in the process, and boy, is that incredibly infuriating. So, let's clean up some of these remaining orange bulbs. See what I mean if the purple's holding on to them? It's... Who's dying? Why are people dying? What did I just... I just lost Pikmin to something. Oh no, I can hear it. There's like a water dripping in the background, and it really does sound like the sound of your Pikmin numbers decreasing. Okay, well, we'll come back for them later. Right, so, in here is something that's not easy to spot necessarily, and you need 20 blue Pikmin for this, and the only way you can actually get it moving is just to chuck them through the grate, and hopefully you've got enough. This is one of, like, I would say it's one of the main reasons, actually, why you occasionally don't... Like, it's fairly uncommon to, if you're careful and slow and take your time, to not get all the treasures in a dungeon. One of the things that can happen is if you haven't got enough blue Pikmin, you're just never going to get that treasure. Like, it's just not going to... you can't get it, so you will have to come back later. And that is, of course, exactly as frustrating as you can imagine. Anyway, with that... for 130 quid, perfect container, some kind of Japanese, Chinese even, canned delicacy, I suppose. Let's bring all these various corpses back, and then we're going to approach the other room from the side this way, where there is another treasure, amongst other things. And then we'll probably hold it for the episode. This game's going to be much longer than I thought, just because if every dungeon is taking me 3 episodes, which it is to kind of do it properly, I'm considering maybe in like some of the later dungeons like caves starting to cut a bit more, just because I am basically kind of just doing the same thing over and over. But I guess that is the content of the game, and I want this to be kind of just like a relaxing-ish Let's Play, like one you can just sit back and put on and just have me like talking shit about. I mean, not that that's much different to much of my other work, but hey. Right, we've got a lot of things going on here. I'm going to try and take out this blowhog, the fiery blowhog, need to specify, relatively quickly with purples. And once he's out of the way, I can deal with the withering one without having the incineration problem we had earlier. Right, let's... Oh, no! Withering bastard. There's a fair few more treasures here, as you can see. Oh, because he's up there, I can't actually bloody throw him to hit him. Oh! Oh, fire, 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 fire! Okay, let's switch to the yellows, let's try that. Alternative tactic, but if it gets him down on the ground, that's what matters. And then from there, we can actually target the fucker. Come on. I'm particularly concerned I'm going to either throw someone in the water. Ooh, there's the irritation with withering blowhogs. Everyone's leave now. You've just made my Pikmin stupid is what you've done. Fucking bullshit. You know what? I actually can't be arsed with this shit. I'm just going to move everything. They're such annoying enemies. I'm just going to get everything moving back, and then I'm just going to take the fucking thing to the next level. Come on! Oh. They are the most irritating enemy in the game, just because of how they affect your Pikmin in that way. Ugh. I gotta have the bloody 100 stupid Pikmin in the hardest level of the shower room next level. Well, that's the happiness emblem for 100 quid, and I'm trying to get this juice loosener back down, but some prick keeps blowing my Pikmin around. Right, I hope if we move over here, will he focus on us? That's a hard maybe. Well, at least we can kind of throw him at him from here. As I say, I'm just concerned about accidentally something like that happening. Oh, I really thought people fell in the water there. They didn't. Well, once the juice loosener's down, we'll move to the next level. Fucking Christ. Oh, that's so irritating. It'd be annoying enough if they blew you around. Like, that is deeply irritating. But the fact that they wither your Pikmin while doing so as well, they are a purely irritating Pikmin. There is a way to stop them blowing you over, which I will deal with in a bit. By in a bit being in a future few episodes' time. Well, at least I can get the moral victory by killing the bastard. So, this here juicer for 90 quid is the Merciless Extractor. Great name. And we'll kill this guy because I hate him. Cool, and with that, let's take my 92 stupid Pikmin down to the next floor, which is going to be next episode. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for the final levels of the shower room. Thank you very much, and good day.